Welcome again. This is Rod Minerick, Eugene, Oregon, developer Filemaker Pro. The application MC RemoteAgent, and we're looking at the main screen of a CMR. What I want to show you today is the ability to park, in a sense, your CMR or part of your CMR, depending upon your found set, to remote locations. Well, it's nice being able to get Excel files into the system, backing up, exporting Excels out of the system, any of the found sets. And the found set I want to explain again is total amount of records. There's number is 4. I'm looking at one of 4, okay? A found set could be that I did a sort using a filter between some number of dates, and what I end up with maybe down here, this is the found set, and in this case it's 4, but I could have maybe only 2 records out there that belong to John, and so that would be a found set of 2 records. And so when you do an export of our data, we're doing it from the main or work file, but we're also having the ability to choose a found set or all records again. So moving data into the system is simple from an Excel file, but then what we end up with is, in this case, I've only got 4 records out there in this, what I call the remote MC remote file, the main CMR file. I have set up now the ability to essentially copy the found set to any place, unlimited. And I chose a bunch of arbitrary frogs, plays, rocks, and trees. Okay, and to set that up is in the admin section. And under this new little window right here, and I have some help up there that you can come back later, is basically a window that allows us to add into this little database that can be changed. Now, if I change the name from birds to birdies, then I have a problem unless I initialize it as birdies. And so right now it's birds, and if I call it birdies, what I have to do is now initialize it, and we copy the current found set of records that we've been working on to a place called birdies. Now over here in that particular area, everything's stored in a new folder called CMRs, and under that folder is now birdies. That used to be birds. Okay, and that found set is still about 540 or 4 records out there in size. And so can you see how I can essentially copy all the color-coded purple titles using a filtering process to a location called birdies? And continuing how we do this is that I have to initialize with the blue button as I just did, but then I also have to change birds in this pull down list that we're going to select and switch or swap. And so in order to do that, back to the admin section, what I have to do finally is put all these names in order. And so now I'm done. I have in my change routine birdies. Now looking at the top hand screen further, the file that is in use is the default. The way it used to be is I only had one database that was all relational to all the color codings and etc. things happening out there, which was only called the main database. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to swap out to birdies, and I'm going to export the main MC remote swap is complete, and now my database is birdies. Well, how do you know that? Well, you don't, except that I've been doing is color coding my records to be a different color code out there, or going out there and changing it. So I've got a glob of different title color codes of 4 records, and that's why I'm at 4 records. And I usually go to the, and that used to be called the remote. So now it's the birdie file, okay? And so I might just, and you would have different data. I just have one set of 4 records that I've divided out into all those different sub folders, CMRs, and then it's all the same data. And I've changed, again, titles up across the top and set. And so basically looking at that, I'm working on birdies in use right now. If I want to go back to my regular database, I just click my default remote and it exports my birdies into that little folder up here on the right hand side. So birdies gets updated by the exact time. My clock is 4:31 and this is 4:30, so we caught it within the second. Okay, and back to my application. I am now back to working on my remote application. And so now, using this concept, I am able to essentially work with an unlimited number of birdie files, books, cars, cats, dogs. I could have different clients in different folders. I could essentially work on one folder and move all the different results and statuses and color-coded ones, or the ones that have been closed out. I can save it into a date-coded location called birdies. I can go out there and rename the file to birdies for this month on a routine basis, and then continue to write newer stuff in birdies. And so because of the functionality here that I'm building now a little bit more flexibility so that you could work with multiple databases within the same kind of structure of color coding, tagging, email, faxing, coming. We can do some texting if you want to. Anybody want that option? It's already built. Just have to bring it forward. So in continuing, that's all I want to show you for this new option. Thank you. Have a great day.